Herkese Hong Kong'dan selamlar. Bugün burada olma sebebimiz aslında Bitget Builders'ın gecesine katılmak ve bir duyuru da yapacağız herhalde Eser'le birlikte. Evet. Yanımızda Grace var. Grace Bitget'in CEO'su. Genç olduğuna bakmayın, gayet tecrübeli ve bu sektörün en iyilerinden diyebiliriz. Ve Eser, Türkiye Marketing Manager. Ben İngilizce başlayacağım sorularımı sormaya ama öncesinde bir şey söylemek istiyor musun sen Eser?
Aslında hepimiz için güzel bir akşam olacak. Az önce sen de söylediğin gibi. Gracie sağ olsun sorularımıza cevap verecek. Güzel bir akşamın başlangıcı olacak. Önce sorularımızı alalım, röportajımızı bitirelim. Sonra Gracie'yi özgür bıraktıktan sonra biz devam ederiz.
Çok aslında casual, rahat sorular soracağım vesaire. Okay. Hi Gracie. Hi, nice to meet you.
Obviously, I understand what all the things you said.
We were talking behind your back without you know. So okay. So basically, we just said we're here for this great event and what you're trying to do with the community and with the BGB also. I want to start my question. I mean, it's been a mad 2024, right? Mm-hmm. With the halving and everything that's going on in the crypto industry. Also, Trump being elected affected as well. I would like to see your perspective on the past year and what your projections are for the next year.
Yeah. So for 2024, if I can put a word on the year, I would say mainstream. What I mean by that is January 24, spot ETF of Bitcoin was approved. Later on, there were Ethereum spot ETF. More and more US institutions are entering or holding, start to trade in Bitcoin, Ethereum through ETF or through MicroStrategy, the US stock. And Donald Trump was elected. He even issued a meme coin like earlier this year. Right? Although it's a little bit.
What do you think about that?
Well, we can chat about that more, definitely. Okay. I do have my opinion.
Okay.
But all these actions together means cryptocurrency is not just a small industry, so-called Web3, DJing community, grassroots, not like that anymore. We are more and more mainstream. And subsequently, in 2025, I see us going more mainstream. We will be more integrated into the traditional financial industry. Especially, I've heard from some of my friends who are running, for example, family office, thinking to allocate in crypto.
Okay.
Probably not just buy or trade Bitcoin or Ethereum or some other altcoins. It could be, hold Coinbase. Hold in Hong Kong. There's another Hong Kong listed stock called OSL. It's a fully compliant exchange in Hong Kong. So probably by holding tokens or stocks like this, probably just by investing ETF or working something here.
Okay, like going back to the subject when you said mainstream. Recently you got a 10 out of 10 in CoinGecko on the trust side of the exchange. With all these things going on with the meme coins and the hypes and everything else, it's very important to give that security to the user, right? So the user should be able to say, right, this is a crypto exchange I can trust. So is there anything, with all these hackings and everything going on, is there anything you do, or do you spend an extra budget on safeguarding your assets? Like how does that work for you in Bitget? Mm-hmm. Do you actually put an extra budget in there with all these hackers and everything we hear in the crypto industry? How do you look at that?
So protection is something particularly important to our heart. And probably one of the key factors that set us aside or so-called raise a more awareness. We've had the second largest protection fund in our industry. And we've been having that since 2022, before the FTX collapse. Mm-hmm. After FTX collapse, we've increased the amount. So earlier we have a 200 mil protection fund. And then after FTX, we increased it to 300, and now it has about 600 in terms of the protection fund.
Well, this with Bitget, we can see it's getting more popular each day. Do you think it's important to with each region? Are the teams vital in the regions? How do you name and put the right people in the right regions? Because it's a global exchange, and what is your strategy in that? How do you get people to find the right people to work for you?
First of all, we have a very big HR team who are recruiting in the world. I sometimes support them. They're, for example, our new listing head, Lawrence, he was working at Bitget, and our HR themselves, they approached him multiple times, but he never responded until I asked a common friend to introduce. Yeah, I actually hit on him, and I flew to London to meet him.
Oh wow!
For breakfast, and told him about what we are thinking, what's our vision and mission, and understand his goal and his position, see if we can fit. You know, so something like that, I think, is the kind of attitude we show to our talents. Like, we want you, and I'm showing very high sincerity that I want you. Not just recruitment itself, but also maintenance.
Yes.
Like, if you talk to Esther Moore and the Turkish team here, you probably know, like, every single one of them, actually including myself, we all have something called OKR. It's a KPI system that we set for ourselves and reevaluate it every single quarter to see if we hit our goal, if we did bring the result to the table. So the best way for us, so-called, to manage the local team is not to manage them, is to incentivize and to help them or to empower them.
And see it on a measurable level as well.
On a measurable level, yeah.
Talking about listings, I think, have you changed strategy of listings? Like, now listings are a bit, I think you're more focused on better projects instead of every project. So this last year, so is that something, I'm trying to connect the dots because you said you just like employed someone from Lawrence, and so
actually Lawrence will be here shortly. So you get to meet him
fantastic. Later. When I connect the dots, then I realized that, because we were talking about this earlier with Esad about the listings and everything else. So is your strategy for 2025 like the last quarter of 2024, the last two quarters of 2024, in regards of the listings?
Yes, that's very true. It's
definitely going to be the same.
Yeah, I wouldn't say definitely like totally same, but it's in terms of the tendency or the trend. Yes, we want to support more better projects. This is probably a few things drive this. Number one, we've had a new listing head, and he has actually, if you met Lawrence, you will. I think you will like him. He's a very long-term builder, and he has this mentality and methodology of listing that is to work with high value long-term builders in the space. So he himself definitely brought in new experience and his methodology to make a difference
and make it spread through the team as well, because that's important. You can have like all the vision in the world, but if you can't manage to like put it across your team, then it doesn't. It's important to like spread it across the team. BGB here, we're here for BGB really. But talking about BGB, it's quite popular in Turkey, but people have their questions. They're thinking about, you're trying to build this big BGB ecosystem, right? And I think the token exchanges, tokens are vital for this next supposedly upcoming bull run, because there's so many projects, there's so many things coming out, like meme coins, like AI projects. There's about 120,000, they say. So we think, when we go to the forums in Turkey, we don't think it's going to be a bull run like it used to be. So some major altcoins and some good projects are going to move. So that's why listing and whatever you choose is very important. We want to create more BGB holders in Turkey because we trust the project. We had long conversations, because you can imagine being an influencer in Turkey with more than 500,000 followers. You get like every day you get offers to like, and we don't, because we know that's going to harm the community. That's why maybe we keep our morals high, and that's why we've got a good community. So with BGB, of course you have a roadmap, of course we know that, but is there anything you would like to comfort, or the BGB holders, like what would you like to say about that as an ecosystem, or your investments in it, and how you see it in the next year or so? I would love to learn that because I'm a BGB holder as well.
Yeah, I'm a BGB holder too.
Okay.
And by the way, my BGB is not rewarded by the company, other than probably.
Oh, so you just actually
I
literally bought it?
Bought
Oh, wow.
them.
Okay.
Yeah. I think we do have a little bit reward if you have been working with a company for a long time, and that's probably like multi-thousands, just 5,000 or 2,000. I can't remember the exact number, but my point is it's a very small portion of my total holding of BGB. Well, recently BGB is decreasing. I have to, admit that, and for me, it's like the whole. If you look at this past week's token performance, it's only Ethereum, and I think probably another maybe BNB performing better, which is what we call green chart.
Oh, we're talking very recent. I mean,
very recent. That's like exactly.
BGB
exactly. That's like within the past 7 days.
You know what, Gracie? That was one of the questions. They said from 5 cents it went up to like $15, right? So 50 cents to $15, right? So they said, hasn't it made it run already? So where can it go from here? And this is when, at the time, I did, by the way, invest in BNB as well at the time. We invested from $6, $7 to $42. Then we rebought up to like $150. Then we rebought then up to $790. So I think it's got a huge potential, BGB, to do not exactly the same, but have the same amount of interest.
Wave.
And the wave and the parabolic going up. So I'm not going to ask for any numbers or anything, but where do you see in general in the market? You're in top 25, right?
Yeah, 25, definitely top 30.
Yeah, it's in 24th today. I looked at it.
We passed the first 15 actually at the market cap.
At
the last month,
at the highest.
Yeah, but at the moment it's about 20. So where do you see yourself during the peak of the run? As market cap or the listing, like where do you see yourself? Do you see yourself in the top 10? Please say yes.
Well, I'm pretty conservative, and I try not to overpromise. But I did send a tweet, and the tweet is still there, that I think BGB will hit $10 this year.
Okay.
So we can evaluate that end of the year. But I think BGB has lots of potential. If you look at the FDV, fully diluted valuation of BGB, BNB, hyperliquid Hype, and some other centralized exchanges and decentralized exchanges token, I do agree with you. Like this growth will come as a wave. It won't be like this. No token is like that. So it has to be like spirally up. But why I'm so confident is that I know my team, I know my people, and I know our community, that we are all long-term builder, and especially our team, we're really working hard on various aspects. If there's certain things that we're not good at, we'll replace. For example, we hired Lawrence for listing, and right now we're also developing on institutional clients. So there are certain areas that I know we're not perfect and we are not that strong, but we are working very hard. So what I really believe is the price of the token will eventually converge to the fundamental values. So since the fundamental, in my opinion, is growing, it doesn't really matter like the price went up or down, because it will just
Bitcoin,
converge.
basically.
Yeah, just like
that's how I
Bitcoin.
look at it.
It's about the value, not the price.
I mean, we always everyone started with this Bitcoin. Like I've been to many Bitcoin conferences. I met the biggest maxis or whatever. The Bitcoin price, if you look at it short term, it's never going to make you feel happy. Like I bought it from 100K, now it's gone down to 96. You look at it in the long term always. Yes. So BGB, I think the same, or any other investment. Yeah. Last question, when you said institutional partners, is that ongoing right now, or do you already have some institutional partners?
We have some already, but we're still onboarding more.
Okay.
Market makers, well, right now, DWF, Amber, all these largest market makers are already working with us. But there are other sectors that we can potentially look at. For example, more arbitrage funds, more quantitative, high frequency trading funds, more smaller like regional market makers, especially for the smaller altcoins, there are typically their own market makers that they work closely with. That we probably haven't onboarded. But in general, oh, by the way, VIP clients, like even family office or very high net worth individuals. So these are all parts of our institutional strategy because we know that we are a more retail focused exchange right now. So we are developing heavily on the areas that we are not that good at.
Great. I mean, this is very assuring to hear. I know we've got a great night ahead and there's lots of stuff going on, and you being here, like it's very, everyone's looking to meet you as well. So I don't want to keep you longer. No Thank you. We started for like 5 minutes, we said, but it's about 15 minutes. So,
nice.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for your time.
I'm not sorry about it, by the way. I'm glad we did it. Like, how many times?
I wish we had more.
Yeah, I wish too. Is there anything you want to say to your Turkish followers or the Turkish community about? It can be anything.
I think we have to talk about your ambassadorship in that part. It could be nice because
sure.
in Turkey market, we start with him, the really huge ambassadorship, and then he will just will be our face, maybe with the global side. And then I know him a long time, and then he's a nice person, and he has really huge.
Oh, thank you. You're talking about me.
He has really huge community in Turkey, and then he works lots of good things on the Turkish market. And then we are believing we will do lots of more good things in Turkey market together. And then we will announce it today, actually. Steve, the Bitcoin, or the whole Steve group are our ambassador, the BGB ambassador in the global side, actually. It's a good announcement for all of our
We have lots of plans, Grace.
Yeah, we have lots of plans.
See, they are working. And there goes to
Well,
him.
it took us a year to... Actually, we started last year with the copy trade side.
Yes.
We've got 11 sub-brands as a company. So one of them is Steve Trade Team, which we have 12 traders which trades all day, basically. We started there. I think we did quite well for the first year. But now we have more creative, innovative ideas to bring people in, draw people in. So I'm glad to be here. Thank you for accepting me.
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay.
I actually got a code yesterday, but it's not. Hopefully, it's not virus because I'm pretty sure it's. Oh, I still owe you your jacket.
Okay. Can I? I'll do the interview.
Well, it's too late.
It's too late.
Oh, by the way, I want to ask, how do you say hello in Turkish? I think I learned this.
Yeah, before we do it. Just if you want to just say hello, merhaba.
Merhaba, yes, merhaba.
Or selam. Selam is hi.
Merhaba, more
Turkish.
Traditional.
Merhaba. Merhaba.
Yeah.
But we it's a silent H really. It's merhaba.
Yeah, merhaba. Yeah.
Merhaba.
Merhaba.
Merhaba. Okay.
Merhaba Turkiye. Is that what you're gonna do?
Merhaba. Is it right?
That's perfect. Yeah. That's perfect.
Merhaba, I'm Gracy Chen, and something I really want to say to our BGB and Bitget community in Turkey is that I really, really want to meet you there. Actually, Turkey, I've been to Istanbul. I've been to, the white... Cappadocia.
Cappadocia.
Oh,
yeah.
I've been to Cappadocia.
Have you been on the balloons?
Yes, I have.
Wow,
I've been to the balloons.
Yeah.
That was about more than 10 years ago. So I really want to do a revisit to Turkey, and hopefully you guys can make that happen.
You will have real Turkish food. We'll take you to a real Turkish food.
Kebab? Is that?
Yeah, kebab is one of them, but we'll go somewhere, it'll be a feast.
Okay.
A little taste, little.
Okay. So looking forward to my Turkish trip and see you guys there.
Yeah, thank you.